Hi guys, Tracy here. This is another layout that I did for CHA, the CHA challenge social thing that was going on at Two Peas in a Bucket this weekend. I'm not sure when this is going to be posted, but that's when I did this video or this layout. So I'm just having a look at my Echo Park Everyday Eclectic collection as well as the American Crafts Shoreline collection for this photo because I'm entering it for the challenge to do a monochromatic layout. So using one color. The first challenge was to use one color. And so I knew there were lots of great blues in the Everyday Eclectic collection and also in the Shoreline collection. So I think it's kind of funny, and I didn't really think about this until about halfway through the layout, that I'm using two summer collections and one beach collection. One of them is an actual beach themed collection. For this winter themed layout. And so it just goes to show that a lot of these papers are a lot more versatile than we probably think they are on first glance. So I wanted to use a bit of that darker blue color that's from the Shoreline collection. So I'll just tell you the background paper that I have at this point, which is going to change, is a piece of that wood grain embossed cardstock, textured cardstock. And the chevron, the blue chevron, is a piece of the Everyday Eclectic, which is an Echo Park collection. What I'm cutting right now is an Amy Tangerine piece from her Ready, Set, Go collection. And I'm just outlining all of them. I'm double outlining them with my Zig pen, using the fine point of my Zig pen. And I'm adding a couple of doodles and stitch lines and stuff. That I call it slinky patterned paper. The middle blue paper is from Shoreline, and the small blue polka dot, random polka dot paper is also from the Shoreline, as is that blue strip that I just outlined, and I'm going to run horizontally along the bottom. So those letter stickers are from the Everyday Eclectic collection from Echo Park as well. And these were photos. It's not the greatest shot. I took it with my iPhone, and so it's a little dull. Like it's got more gray in it than what I'd like, which is why I end up not using this paper. I just found the whole time I was scrapbooking that really bright white paper was making the photo look even more dull. And just not as bright white as I would have liked it to have been, or, like if Scott had taken it on his good camera with his good skills, it would have looked a lot better. So I think that paper was just highlighting the fact that it was a pretty crappy picture. So, anyways, I just put that title and I right justified it. And now I just took this piece of it's just part of a border sticker from the Everyday Eclectic collection, and I outlined it using my Stettler Lumo Color pen, which will write on slick surfaces and not smudge. And I'm trying to pick out some letters that I'm going to use for the title, and I started the title and then I changed my mind. So I started it with this Letterman sticker font. And then I realized I really don't like these stickers anymore. And I have 3 packages of them. I have them in blue and black and red. And I just don't like them anymore. They're just too, I've used them a lot, and I think I'm just done with them. So I scrapped that plan, but I did keep the asterisks out from that other collection. What was that collection called? That's the Lax font. And so then I decided to do something a little bit different. So I took this Boardwalk font, which I didn't think I liked very much, but I do really like it here. I really like it on this layout. So that also just goes to show that sometimes, you think you don't like something, but then when you just look at it in a different way, it doesn't look so bad anymore. So I really wanted to use that dark gray. I guess it's almost a black chevron border sticker, but I didn't want it to be along with the other ones because it was a little bit too much. So I put it over to the side a little bit, and it's gonna kind of be the basis for a cluster of embellishments. So now I have a piece of Pebbles. I think that's Pebbles paper. I can't quite remember. it might, I'm not going to use it, so it doesn't really matter. But it's a piece of ledger paper that came in the last Studio Calico kit. So now I think yeah, so I end up going with this abroad paper that is made by Studio Calico, and it has blue lines to make it's a grid paper. You can't really tell in the video, but it has blue grid lines on it. So that fits with my monochromatic requirement. And by the way, you were allowed to have neutrals in with your monochromatic papers and embellishments. So that's why I chose the craft paper, the Love craft paper by Amy Tangerine. Um, so I'm just doing my journaling there, and then I decided to outline the photo with my Zig writer, just because it needed a bit more definition there. Brought a couple of elements up to the top left-hand corner and put that sticker on. The sticker says inspires me, and of course the kids playing always inspires me. Took out my paints, and this is where this layout takes a big turn in a different direction, because up until now it's a pretty clean and clear, clean and simple layout, or I don't know what you'd call that style, but it was pretty clean until I go and splatter paint all over it. So I cut that smaller than I wanted, so I'm just going to end up stamping it twice. So I'm going to paint this bubble wrap with 3 colors of paint that I picked out. They're all Martha Stewart paints. I have pool, aquarium, and pond, and I've just mixed them I didn't mix them together. I kept them separate in the jar the best that I could. There's places where they mix together to make all one color, but that just gives me a little bit more interest. It just doesn't look like a flat, plain, all one color type of stamp on the back. And I love painting with stamp and bubble wrap. It's one of my favorite ways to beef up a background. And so you see this gives a really completely different look to this layout. And I'm not entirely sure that I like the direction that this took, but once it was on the paper, it's on the paper. So we're going with it. So now it's going to become much more of a busy layout, because that's just the way that it goes when you've got big blobs of paint on the background. So those are some Studio Calico chipboard pieces. I don't think they're from any specific collection. I think it's just a bunch of chipboard pieces from Studio Calico. And I'm not sure what I'm doing now. Oh yes, I'm looking for some more elements. I knew I needed something in that bottom left-hand corner because there's that bit of craft paper that sticks out that doesn't have any journaling on it. So I took that sticker from the Everyday Eclectic collection, and I'm taking 5 and 7 because that's how old the girls are in this picture. And I'm just putting adhesive on the bottom parts because I plan to sew those on. Instead of trying a string and trying to deal with a banner, I just decided to sew it on because it's quicker and easier. So I took one of those asterisks and, well, right now there are 2 asterisks on there from from the Lax Thickers. And then I'm also putting some of those dots from Martha Stewart on there. I got those in a rack a while ago, and I've been wanting to use them. They're just so pretty, but I haven't had the right chance to use them. So here I am using them, and it feels really good to get stuff out of your stash and onto a page. So now here we go. I got to take that off now because I'm going to sew. I'm going to add the stitching for that banner. And then I remember thinking about adding stitching somewhere else. Oh, there's where I did it, right there up in the very top corner, just so that it's in one other place. I don't like sewing to only be in one place. I like to at least put it in 2 places. So now these are some snowflake shaped sequins that I have in my stash, and they're really cool. They're blue and they're an iridescent clear, but it comes out as pink with the lights, but they're actually, everywhere that you see pink, it's actually clear. But it does shine. It shimmers a pink or blue depending on the color. It's that kind of iridescent stuff. So what I did was I actually just sprinkled it all over my layout, and I tried to stick with where it landed. And then I did the same thing. I have a little dish filled with 3 packages of sequins. One package is white, One package is clear, that iridescent clear, and then the other package is tiny white ones. And so between the snowflakes and those three kinds of sequins, I've got a lot going on here. Plus the paint in the background. So this is quite a busy layout, but I like it. It's different. It's nice to have different pages in your album so they're not all looking exactly the same. So now I'm taking out some wood veneers because my two girls are playing in the snow and I just thought it would be nice to have two girls holding hands. And so I kind of went back and forth. I couldn't decide on whether I was going to use the big girls or the little girls. And sometimes I heard this somewhere that sometimes it's a good idea to take a picture so that you can look at it from different angles and see how you like it. And whoever said that was totally right because when I looked at it on my phone, it was obvious that I liked the bigger people better. So that was a really great tip. I wish I could remember who said that. But anyways. Probably more than one person, but so now here's my close-up of what my layout looks like. You get to see all the shiny snowflakey elements and how it all looks together. I mean, it's really, really busy, but I think I like it. I really like the snowflakes and the sequins. I think that they were the redeeming factor in this layout. I think before I added those, it was a little iffy about whether I was going to like it, but I really like the title and I like how the title and the subtitle go. I really like how the subtitle is in the snow, like is in the photo. And yeah, so anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you've got any questions or comments, just let me know. And here come the pictures.